to the Wolf's Corner. Ooh, it's like, no, I don't know if that's going to be my intro every time I come in, but it's going to be the intro for now. How you party people feeling? I'm going to try to get into the habit of uploading at least 3 times a week, but don't quote me on that. I'm really only going by when I have something to talk about because I don't really want this to get oversaturated. The video I dropped prior was really an introduction. I'm gonna be honest, I touched on a lot of different topics and I feel like the video was everywhere, but at the same time, I got out what needed to be said, if that makes sense. I like this form of podcasting just for the simple fact I do a lot of shit. I don't really have time to sit and watch somebody talk, but I have a lot of time in the world to sit and listen to somebody talk because I can listen, I could be cleaning up, I could be sending out songs that I got done throughout the week, shit like that. But that's neither here nor there. The topic of conversation today is the importance of giving and the importance of putting yourself out there. And I feel like it's a lot of channels who always say, oh, do X, Y, and Z as an artist, do this, that, and the third. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's only really going to work if you test it out because what works for one person isn't going to work for the next person. And I might have said that backwards, but y'all picking up what I'm trying to say. Somebody could give you the advice, hey, drop twice a week. If you got it in your mind that you want to drop 4 times a week, that might work for you. The twice might work for them. You might start off dropping twice a week, but the twice might not be fulfilling you. And when you do 3 or 4 times, you might get a little more fulfilled. That's just what I mean. But the topic 1, the importance of promo. I want to tell a story. I have been rapping since and I want to be realistic. Let's be realistic. I've been doing music for about ever. And when I say ever, I mean I was in the Boys Latin Choir for a little while. Then I got pulled out, of course. Expenses, they want you to pay an arm and a leg just to sing. I was in choir when I was in elementary and middle school. Sadly, I never got the lead. They always picked someone over me, and I won't lie, that gave me like a little doubt. And I think that's when I really started to drift to rapping. But when I first started, I remember I would post everywhere. I would post on YouTube. I would post on Facebook. I was posting on Instagram before posting your music on Instagram was popular. But it's like I wasn't really getting the results that I was looking for. The only time I actually did is when I would send out stuff to people or, I would try to run it up myself. It's always been a thing with playing your own streams. That goes back to a practice, even when they used to buy records and have warehouses full of records. And artists would find out and be like, oh, shit, I thought you sold X, Y, and Z amount of units. And it's like, yeah, we sold them, we brought them, and we keeping them here. So you can do that with your own streams, and that's going to really get into the bread and butter of this conversation. I can't remember. Actually, I do remember. I don't know if they're still out now, but it was a vlog or blog called Purple Mag or some shit like that. And I never forget, She actually messaged me. She told me I had good music, you know, this, that, and the third. Of course, we all always hear that as artists. This is the time where scamming wasn't as popular. I would say like the early 2010, 2011 era. So scamming artists on Instagram wasn't as popular. So she was telling me, yeah, I like your music, bit by bit. I can't really recall what exactly in that conversation was said, but one thing that stuck out to me is she asked, why don't you boost your music? Now, she wasn't telling me she could do it for me. She was literally telling me to do it. And when I was like, well, I want my streams to be organic, she laughed and she said, well, what's organic? And at the time I got offended because I'm like, what you laugh? What the fuck is so funny? In my mind, I'm like, I thought that everybody get organic shit. This is just some shit that's going through my brain. But come to find out, she like, it's nothing organic on the internet. Nothing's organic. You have to pay to win, basically, is what she was telling me in retrospect. Hold on. And what she meant by I gotta pay to win, boosting my streams. And I know I might get a lot of artists who comment, oh, this, that, and the third. No, you don't want to do that. But let me tell you this here. That's one piece of advice that I have ever gotten that I wish that I listened to and stuck to. In all honesty, we can recall Nicki Minaj, 6ix9ine, Money Man, and a couple other peoples got accused of boosting their streams. Nobody cared. You want to know why? Because the music was hitting. 6ix9ine has been accused multiple times of boosting streams. How is he still a multi-platinum selling artist? Snitch or not, if you want to be political, well, not even political, what you quote unquote street political, how is it Nicki Minaj has been accused? How is it so many people, and it's been proven even when Instagram and Twitter was cleaning house, so many artists, so many big artists had half of their accounts and followings just diminished. Nobody cared. The only time somebody ever points out if the streams are fake and they make a big rah-rah about it is when an undiscovered artist does it. It's like they've been literally giving out the cheat code and then getting mad when people implement the cheat code. It was even a whole documentary by a buddy that played from The Wire, and he went on a whole spiel about stream farming. You can look it up. My question is, why is it so much information but so little artists doing it? That's my whole question. I see so many places offering help, and I've done it for artists. And I promise you, what you put in, you get back. Metrics change every year, but I believe 1 million streams might be equivalent to maybe $3,500 to $4,000. I know a website that you can get 1 million streams for about $600 to $700. But it's a way to do it. I wouldn't just flood the 1 million streams all on one song. I would spread it out on different tracks. Keep that income coming, keep those streams boosting every day or every week. Every week you can send a certain amount to a certain amount of tracks. The key is to have a catalog. Have a catalog that you can build up and you can boost. And you gotta do it without people noticing. It's okay to send about 500 every week. Even if you want to start out with sending 300 every week, that's okay for a good artist, a good upcoming artist. I wouldn't go all out right off the bat, 10,000, especially when you don't have the social proofing. And when I say social proofing, I mean your IG need to match your streams. Your Twitter or TikTok need to match the streams. It's a lot of you out here who went viral and you have the numbers at least on one account. And you could use that one account as leverage. Even if that one account does not get any comments or likes or follows and whatever until this day. You can literally say, for example, you did a video on TikTok and you ended up hitting 30K followers. Okay, good. Now you have one part of social proofing. So if you boosted a song, say you put out a project, and out of that project, you did like 5-6 songs and you boosted them. If you gave yourself about 1,500 streams a day for 2 to 3 weeks, your numbers would definitely match up. I just feel like you just got to play it smart at the end of the day. This is the importance of boosting. Now, the way to make it look real and to really run this shit up like a label do, my honest advice would to be either learning marketing and learning how to run ads or finding someone who could run you ads. Make some clean content. Have a call to action button. If you sell a product, incorporate that in it also. And that's going to be another segment for another day, because a lot of you artists need to learn how to stop relying on just your vocals alone. You have a whole mind. You got 2 hands and 2 feet, 2 eyes also. You just don't have vocals. You need to learn how to be of service. I know a lot of people don't want to do it. A lot of, I'm antisocial, this, that, and the third, but we're not going to get into that right now. But find someone that can run you a good ad, because when you run ads, that basically puts you in front of an audience that you never would have been in front of had you not ran it. I don't know how to make it even more simple. You can't complain about, nobody likes it, nobody watches it, I'm getting the same people, if you're not doing anything to put yourself in front of people who use the internet. We are in a digital age. Everything is internet-based. You don't even have to leave the comfort of your own home. It's websites like Sprizzy, VFly, and a lot more who can run ads. You just have to stay consistent. It goes hand in hand. Imagine opening day you drop a project. You already got your rollout. You got your visualizer done for it. You run an ad on IG. You put $15 in the ad on IG. You target areas that normally people wouldn't target. You need to target more consumer areas than artist areas. One thing let me tell you, stop targeting Atlanta, stop targeting New York, stop targeting Chicago. It is a land full of musicians. 9 times out of 10, when you do that, your music will come across another artist. Find somewhere where it's not heavily populated with popping artists or big artists. Try like some of the Carolinas. Try somewhere like Arizona, Portland, Oregon. Try somewhere like Virginia. You know, you got to think out of the box also with these ads. Maybe I'll do a whole segment on how to run ads the correct way, but it's essential. Also, look for places that want to showcase you as an artist and they have an audience who are always tuned in, even if you got to pay a fee. Don't be stuck being one of those artists wondering or saying, oh, what I'm going to pay such and such to get on X, Y, and Z for. Why not? Just like I said in the prior video, some shit can wait. On the radar could be running $500 segment specials. And I know 13 artists that wouldn't jump on it because they would buy weed or do something else instead. But then when they drop an album or a song, they would be upset. People, you need to realize, what did I just say? We live in a digital era. You do not have to leave your house. You do not have to go and perform anywhere. No ranky-dank club and no bullshit-ass open mic. You can literally pay a content creator. You can create content. You can go on a platform and literally be put in front of an audience. You never know who's watching. Stop sleeping on the art of marketing. If you want to make it, if you want to get out there, learn how to market. Focus more on marketing a song rather than recording a surplus of songs. You can have 1,000 songs and not market not one of them bitches and they'll never pop. Marketing is essential. Even your favorite artists marketed themselves, but for blowing. I hate when I get in these rants and these spills because I don't want it to seem like I'm lecturing or trying to annoy my audience. But I get passionate when it comes to this because I see artists, I see business owners, I see producers, I see fucking anybody who has a product or a service who does not market themselves fall to the wayside because they feel like, oh, nobody knows, nobody supports. It's the fact that nobody knows who you are. How will they support? How will they listen? How will they buy if they do not know who you are? Common sense 101. You had to market. I'm going to cut this short. These segments really be me getting my thoughts out. I'm going to try to upload weekly. I want to upload daily. I'm not really putting no type of goal on it right now, but I got it. Just know I got it. This is another segment of the Wxlfs Corner. This one is why marketing is important. Wolf out.